Hi Cancer, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, these are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. Check them out for all three so that you know which part of you I resonate with most as a reader. With that said, remember to use your own discernment. They are general readings. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise. They help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So for your key to the week this week, if you are a continued subbie, you know Rafi loves you, and if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and this resonates, hit that subscribe button. Your key to the week this week is the Empress, right? The lady herself, Venus. Now what this means is, this week you are meant to take it easy. That doesn't mean lie horizontal and, you know, demand that people feed you grapes. That's what I'll be doing. What it means is that this week you are to find the path of least resistance, okay? The other part of this is, remember the Empress is Venus, so this is really about the aesthetic. So you're being asked to consider, where is the beauty? Where is the pleasure in all of these different areas of life that we're about to have a look at? Are you experiencing those things? And if you're not, what are you prepared to do about it? For your actions and options, you've got the Eight of Cups. So really, this is showing you that this week, whatever is not easy, whatever is not providing you with ease or pleasure or joy, you have to find the courage to walk away from it now, right? The other thing that shows up here as well, this week when it comes to ideas or things that you've tried to put out into the world, if they're just not happening or they're just not giving the goods, it's not to say that you've done anything wrong. It's more a case of, this isn't working, that's the feedback that I'm getting, it's time to do something different. So you've got to be prepared to switch lanes, right? And sometimes that really is the easiest thing to do. When it comes to the options that are available to you, well, with the Eight of Cups, this means that you get an easy out, right? So you're provided with the opportunity to say, okay, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore, and actually the opportunity to get out of it or to not do it or to not go down this path has been presented to me, so you know what, I'm going to take it. This week, the path of least resistance. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Page of Swords. So this week, when it comes to, like, you got to choose your battles, right? Choose your battles, choose your arguments. And this isn't to say, you know, this is not about being a coward or, you know, only going into the things that you know you can win. It's about being sensible and putting your time, effort and energy into the spaces that are actually going to give you a payout that you care for. So this is really about deciding which hills you're going to, you know, have the battles on and which ones you're just going to casually walk away from. Now, and this could be in an intellectual sense as well. The Page of Swords, in terms of your communications we've talked about, if you are studying or in some form of academia, this is really about extracting the goods from your wisdom, your knowledge, or your experience. So the things that you are able to make look really easy is what you need to lean into this week, because that expertise that you're demonstrating is what's going to give you the most results. Same thing for those of you that are employed by somebody else. One thing that I will say to you is, this week you could interact with a woman who happens to be a boss or a superior, and things might get a little bit heated. And a part of the reason for this is you are effectively showing or proving that you are not better than her, but just as accomplished. And unfortunately, there's never really space for two bosses, right? So you got to pick your battles wisely. Another way that this might show up, especially for those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, Something about the aesthetic of your business, maybe the copy of your website, maybe the visual message that you're sending about the work that you're doing needs to shift or adapt in some way. It's also possible that you could get some kind of feedback this week that feels a bit more like criticism, and maybe you take it that much more personally. But truth be told, this is somebody really trying to help you, or at least in a way that they think they are. It's quite possible that this could come from or through a mother or a mother figure as well. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, this week it looks like some of you are planning a little bit of a nip and tuck, darling. It looks like some of you are planning some kind of a glow up. So whether this is surgery, maybe you're signing the paperwork or the documents for the nip, the tuck, maybe you're getting the lips done, all the rest of it. No problems with this whatsoever. Venus loves beautiful things, right? And if that's what you feel you need to make you more beautiful, honey, you do you. Listen, if I had the money, I'd be out here looking like the Kardashians, like that. No. I'm joking. I would never mess with my face. I always said that. Like if I had the money, I would never, because I don't believe in that. I don't personally need that, is what I mean. But my body, trust me, I'll be out here looking like tush tush, Johnny Bravo. Anywho, moving swiftly on. Another way that this could also show up, truth be told, if you're retired, you might find a more diplomatic solution this week, and maybe there's just something that arises within the family that you're like, you know what, I don't want nothing to do with it. For your love and relations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So if you're partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, this is questions, conversations, and considerations around the stash pot. So, if you're married and you have been for some time, usually you have like a collective pot of savings, usually for, if the car goes or blah, 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 blah. This week, there might be an interesting conversation about something else that you'd like to do with the finances, something else that's possible. And I've got to say, even though these cards look okay, if you can wait, and I would advise that you wait, then do so. All right, now is not the time. All right, just hang on a little bit longer. All right, trust me for this. If you are single and looking to mingle, honestly, I think you're so focused on other things this week that you're probably feeling yourself. Maybe you're just like, oh, I look good, I feel good, right? You're in your energy. But maybe you're not so focused on that because there's other things that are preoccupying your time and your mind. For your money and materials, you've got the Three of Pentacles. Very interesting. So it does look like you're very focused on the material experience at the minute. You've got the Three of Pentacles. The Empress herself is number 3. So you've got 2 threes. 2 threes represents a calming influence. There's no worries, issues, challenges, or bothers about money. I do think that there are considerations for couples around money though, and for a lot of you, that Three of Pentacles, there's questions here about collaborations or things that you're planning to purchase that have either a long shelf life or things that you know are gonna in some way potentially test or push you. And really it's about finding the calm and the peace around those things because, 2 threes is a calming influence. Now, the other thing with the Three of Pentacles when it comes to money, this can be about putting or spending money on things that are to do with learning. When it comes to your home and environment, this is possibly, for some of you, you might be carving out a specific space in the home that is literally just for studies, learning. Maybe you're creating a home office, or, if that's not possible, some kind of space that's literally just for, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like for the work, basically, or the studies. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is your knees. I got no problems with this, but they do come up very strongly. And because you've got the Empress card here as well, this is about doing things that are gentle on and for the knees. So maybe things that are maybe looking into collagen to repair the cartilage in your knees. Maybe you are really considering your diet, you know, like interestingly enough, for repair of bone, cartilage, and all the rest of it, a diet that's rich in collagen, but also the keto diet is very good for that kind of repair, because it's lots of meat and fat and, you know, stuff like that. Anyway, with that said, remember, these will be going into a membership imminently. I keep reminding you of this every single week, and the reason being is I don't want anyone to say, oh, you didn't tell us, or they were blindsided. They're going to be super affordable for the same price of a coffee, or, you know, a coffee and a snack. Let's say $8.99 a month. You get all of your weeklies plus some of the goodies that I'll be bringing you month by month as well, so stay tuned. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.